Throughout this book, I offer a series of deep mind reflections, one or two at the end of each chapter. The purpose of these exercises in creative imagination is to put you in touch with your deep mind. Deep mind is a type of intuition, and it can reveal new possibilities and fresh perspectives. You may or may not be familiar with this kind of introspection, where you turn your attention inward to observe what is going on inside. If you are, through meditation or some other kind of inner work, then these deep mind reflections might be familiar to you. And if you aren't, that's fine too. The reflections are not difficult, even for a beginner. They are a little like daydreaming, which is something you probably do regularly anyway. Deep mind is my term for the not unfamiliar state of mind you enter whenever your mind is quiet. A mental state in which ideas and concepts recede into the background and emotions and feelings can come forward. A deep understanding of aging is not, in the end, about concepts and ideas as much as it is about emotions and feelings. These deep mind reflections can help you tune in to those feelings. Once I've explained in detail the stages of the reflection, I will have more to say about related topics, such as the difference between thinking and feeling, the meaning of the term unconscious and its relationship to deep mind, and the principle I call every breath new chances. Finally, I will conclude with an example of myself doing a deep mind reflection. Incidentally, I encourage women readers of this book not to skip over this chapter. Learning about deep mind can help you better understand the men in your lives and come up with better ways of communicating with them. To that end, I devote Chapter 10, What Women Know, to describing the experiences of a number of women I interviewed about the aging men in their lives. At the end of that chapter, there is a deep mind reflection specifically designed for women readers to do. Stages of deep mind reflection. Each reflection is organized around 4 principles or stages. The first is becoming quiet, resting the mind and body so you can tune in to your inner radio channel. The second is focusing on a keyword. In this chapter, I will use aging as the keyword. In other chapters, I will suggest other keywords. The third is an image or picture that expresses or illustrates the keyword. I call this the key image. I will suggest some images to try, but I encourage you to pick an image from your own experience and imagination. As an example of how that would work, after you bring up the keyword aging, you could picture the gray hair you see when you look in the mirror each morning. That is a key image that matches up well with the keyword aging. The fourth stage is more open-ended and is really the heart of the reflection. This stage takes your use of imagination still further. After becoming quiet, focusing on your keyword and your key image, you then simply open yourself up to all the places your imagination might take you, all the byways of deep mind that you might want to explore. This is where your intuition really takes the lead. The key word and the key image are merely a device to unlock your intuition, and once that door is opened, intuition can lead you still further on an interior adventure into the terrain of your deeper self. And in describing each reflection, I will often include an example of what happened to me when I did the reflection myself. That way my experience can offer another clue for how to negotiate the exercise yourself. Deep mind reflection is a little like free association. It also has some quality of daydreaming. However, my principal inspiration in developing these reflections was a type of Buddhist inquiry in which you explore a question from all angles while letting your attention wander freely. The core purpose of these reflections is to engender conscious aging, to connect your conscious mind with the feelings and emotions about aging that lie just beneath the surface of consciousness, like trout in a quiet eddy in a rushing stream.